and QX50C. And I can't think of any other way to say it. Let's just get started.
Here we go. We got Winter, and I believe that was Mattis kicking off. Milt's going to get the ball in the corner out to pick up 100. Already going for a cylinder reset. Gets past one, gets past two. He has no more to get to it. Can he get a last? Tries to get a last second bump there. Almost went quick. It's going to be an open net from Winter reading the clear. And Blue's already up by 12 or up by 1 in 12 seconds.
And if you don't know Winter, he's a great guy. And AGM for Mythos, he's done great this season. And we're going to see him on the field today. And I haven't ever seen him play, so I'm expecting to see a lot.
Oh yeah, and I just saw QX wheels. Not a great fan of it, but he does get the assist. No, but Natas actually misses, and here comes the QX trying to get a tap in. Actually beats everybody because everybody was so awkward. And I believe whoever that was coming back last, Webby only had about 14 boosts, and Winter had about 12 trying to get back to it. A slow roller into the corner, and they equalize a 1-1 here.
Yes, and I know who Tech put his money on, and it'd be funny to see Tech lose because it's Tech. He's actually gonna be playing on here tomorrow night, so that's gonna be fun to see. And you just come out here, you know that they don't really have. There's no pressure. There's no. I mean, of course, everyone wants the Dev League championship for their tier, but it's nothing like the normal Dev or the normal championship where you're having to spend all season. This came from them just sitting there having fun, and I hope to see a great turnout for next year's Dev League championships too, because this is such a great time for the community to just show their voice. I mean, it's been fun setting it up. I was trying to head it up a little bit along with Blister and another one of the players I'll be playing later. And I know Carnage, you were the stats guy last time you were on stream Monday. Do you got any stats for us now?
Uh, I don't have any stats dev wise, but I do know 5 of the 6 players are very high in shooting percentage, 30% over. This isn't their actual season. So that's what I'm pretty much pulling from. So I expect it to be a shooter, but right now it's a very, very defensive game. And again, like I say, it's dev league, so most people are trying to pull out mechanics as we see a 1-2 pass, a 1-2-3 pass, but Mel does not have enough boost, and now he's going to hammer the backboard just a little bit. And like I said, we're just going to be probably seeing a whole bunch of 1-2 plays off trying to go in the air. Actually, QS is going to pickpocket it on the Maddox trying to put it in, but Winter is going to get a good touch on it. And now it's the orange side's turn to pepper the backboard a little bit. And there's a clear going back the other way. But yeah, going back to it, they're probably going to get a Q, and no one is there. Like I said, they don't know each other, so half the time they're not really expecting to pass. They are in comms, but again, they're probably, trying to find some clips here, try to get something put on, the end of the stream, especially if it's one of those nutty clips coming in today, Boa.
Yeah, because I mean, like I said, some of them hadn't played against each other, but some of them could have put each other out of the playoffs. So, I mean, you got to have some bad blood because they didn't get to pick these teams. So that'd be a rough time in the comm situation if, I mean, say you put somebody out and now you're having to play on a team with them. I wouldn't be too happy, would you?
I I think I would be a little bit happy because if I outscore them, if I drop 500 points and they only got 80, I could just tell them that they had a lucky day. They're like, you just got lucky that day. But if anybody wants to get mad, we all get mad at Blister. Everybody hashtag Blister's fault in the chat if you're here with us. Winners got 17. Try to chip over one, but can't get it. And actually, Max wins it over 2 players. And every time I'm on a player's cam, they're either just now picking up a 100 pad or they're sitting under 20. So I think they're just kind of like, running around trying to boost starve each other. I'm saying, not trying to get too nice. We got a shot here, and it looks like either somebody was going for a squishy or they got sent straight into the net. But the goal's going to come from QX just hammering it in. Oh, he got yeeted into the net. There was nothing Webby could do about that one.
I do want to give one last shout out to all the seventh mans that I was able to reach out to, because I mean you see all the top 6 players on the field, but I do want to also give a shout out to ones that aren't on the field but were able to participate in either helping with scrims or just being there in case something happened to one of the other players. I mean, it's great to have that kind of community where we can have those people.
No, most definitely. Like I said, definitely wouldn't be what it is without players whether they were free agents or already on the existing teams, just joining, making sure Blister had enough numbers to get everything going. And right now we see Bananas is actually pre-jump from one side of the field to the other. And like they're just going for everything here. And this is what I really like about the dev. They said they're developing on trying, get some plays here once they're throwing off the bat bar. They didn't want to go for the double. QX might affect somebody on defense. Now we got a floater that's going to go straight down. Winner's not going to get to it. Melt's just going to corral it, try to fake Bananas out. Bananas is trying to fake Melt out and trying to read him. Doesn't read correctly. Melt gets a dunk all the way to. It might be a skip out here. Melt still chasing the ball. Melt did get one. Winter's going to have to put it under, and there's not going to be a follow through here. We got about 30 seconds left, and the players seem very comfortable, but like I said, they're not. You see, there's nothing too rushed. They're just trying to get their touches in, get in. It is a best of 3, so if you guys play the tournament, Psyonix' tournament, like I said, you get to the semifinals, but it's only best of 3, so things can go very wrong in 2 games or everything right, and we get all 3 games and maybe a couple overtimes here.
Yeah, and I mean, best of 3s are scary because you have one bad game, you don't have any more mess ups. I mean, it's just one of the hardest things in the game, and we do see that first game going to the orange team or the Camaros as the generator gave them. But looking at the stats, these are amazing stats coming from all sides of the field. You did have a little shakiness on the blue side, but I mean, Camaros have an X57 XQX5Z coming out here with 358, 2 goals, 5 shots. I mean, less than the shooting percentage you were talking about, but still really great when you look at the scoreboard because you put shots up, you're gonna put it in the net at some point.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And also, I believe I did play with QX. I'm pretty sure he is playing from Europe, so his ping's gonna be kind of wonky if you guys are looking at it. Oh, shout out, we got central servers for everybody that doesn't know that. But yeah, like I said, also I think I need Webby to step up a little bit. When I played against him in Dev League, he had like 5 saves, 3 goals. I want to see that because he's actually an insane player. But again, they're here for fun and all that stuff. But I mean, shout out to Camaro, they're all partied up, so it looks like they probably played a few more games, maybe a couple of ranked games when you see somebody partied up like that. But yeah, like I said, it's just nice flowing. Like I said, everything's just going right. And aside for
Yeah,
Camaros, they get a bunch of shots, and eventually some of them are gonna start falling.
yeah, and I did want to ask you, Carnage. So why aren't you not out on the field right now?
The reason I'm not out on the field right now is I played like 3 weeks of dev, then I got signed, and then I played a couple more, and then like I said, my schedule, like I said, we scrim while dev league is going, then we scrim again going into, so just a whole bunch of stuff. And again, we got people like Max Webby, Winner, QX, Maddox, and Bananas clipping on you. They're gonna make your stats and win losses look pretty terrible on that stat sheet.
Yes, and I'm talking about him being from Europe, still staying in the green ping, which is great because I mean you never want to hear someone complaining about the ping, but I mean that's a pretty good excuse if you ask me. And what a shot coming in there from Bananas, and oh he pings it off the crossbar. I mean both sides of the ball right there going wide, and they do make up for it. He almost blocked his teammate trying to get the goal, but luckily it does end up going into the back of the net. And what do you think this team with Winter and Melt and all them need to change to be able to combat this offense?
To combat it, I think they need to get a little bit dirty. Let's start demoing them, start parking into them, force a rule 1, do everything in the book to make it a 2v2. Because I know Winter plays a couple 2s. I know Max Webby plays 2s. Get into that too. And actually, they're going to get one right here. Speaking of Winter, Winter gets a ball straight into. I want to say it bounced off of right off of Bananas. And then Mel comes in and clean it up. Webby also had the angle going for an upper 90 there. So they had him in a double whammy right there.
And Carnage, I mean, is your solution always for demos? I mean, every time, great strategy, but oh, and I missed there. But it is a great strategy. I mean, you can never go wrong with good demo plays. I mean, seeing it right there opened up the backfield, and this team is looking a lot better than the first game. Maybe they finally started clicking on cylinders. Maybe they're just having a little good streak. We don't know until we see some more gameplay. And a questionable touch there.
Oh yeah, very questionable touch there. But like going back to your question, I like demos because like I said, all you have to do is get one. You really actually don't need multiple because usually if you hit the right player, they start demo chasing you, and then it turns into like a fun cat and mouse game because like one's looking for the chase, so you just tell your teammates, hey, I'm just gonna run around the field while I'm getting chased by somebody that's mad at me. And it's gonna be a blistering shot from from bananas. Mel's gonna actually miss that 100 boost. Webby's gonna pick it up for him. It might be free and no tipped away from Webby after he picked the 100. Winter looked like he went for the squishy save there, but actually doesn't get it. But yeah, no, demos are just one of those fun things. Oh, that's a dangerous touch from Melt. Banana's just going to break check right in front of him, but gets faked out by Melt, and Melt wins a 50. We see Winter pre-jump. We see Max try to read him, and a double whiff coming out there. But yeah, no, demo is just one of those things. It's like a mind game. Sometimes you're using it for like your play style. Sometimes you're using it just to get in their heads a little bit. Regardless if it's for fun, it's going to be put away by Bananas after a backboard pass from Maddox Biggs.
And
And
we were
it's
already seeing the same score that ended our game last game already, and we still have 3 minutes of gameplay left. And sorry to cut you off there. What were you gonna say?
oh no, I was just saying. I was like, sometimes it's just a little mental game there, especially the higher you go in tiers. It's a little mental game.
Yeah, I mean, in any sport or game that you play, mental is one of the biggest turning points. I mean, if anyone who's ever played football or some sport, your coach always tells you don't let them get in your head. And I mean, because it works. If you get in their heads, you've already won.
Oh yeah, we got a free ball going all the way down, but he's not gonna be able to get to it. He's gonna have to look for a cut-in pass and actually misses it. Gets in front of him for a 50 here. And here comes the Melt. Melt corrals and tries to win the 50. Doesn't win the 50. Actually rolls all the way back. Webb's got to collect that 0 boost and try to get it to somebody. And actually, both of them get B here. Melt's going to be a little bit of ambitious right here and smack it off his own crossbar. Then he wins another one, sending it all the way down. Here comes Webby. Webby wins the 50. Winner's going to chip it up. He has 41 in the tank. He might go for a backboard player. He gets cut out quickly by Bananas. And if I was a winner after this game, I would go blame Tech 4 for it because Tech bet on Winner to win this.
I mean, he bet on the first game and he's betting on him again. He's got a lot of trust in Winter. I mean, I can't blame him. He's been a pretty reliable guy this season, but that much trust is questionable. I mean, I think he put 19K. Yeah, he put 19K down for Winter and them. So hopefully he makes it back. I know he said that he's gonna get paid back. So
19K is a lot because I only have 12K. I should have bet against Winter so I can grab that 19K from him.
yeah, I mean, it would have been a good payout, especially when you look at the odds. I mean, but let's get back to the gameplay here. And they're holding down the fort really well. 2-1 still, and they're just keeping the pressure coming. Right there, you just see Reed, and it looks like that's going in, but a great save by Webby. Melt's able to put pressure, and that is a goal. And that's 3-1. That's going to be a hard deficit to come back from. I mean, they hadn't really started demoing, like you said, so do you think they should start adding that into it?
It's going to be a hard way to come back indeed because I think it's the Gentlemate's decal for Bananas. They're just playing nice control ball, staying spaced out. It's a little bit harder to demo somebody if they're so spaced out because if you demo one, the other two are just ready for it. Usually you only do that if they're clustering up and they're not. That's going to be a free shot from QX, and he gets the friendly bar down. And now it's 4-1 in favor of, I believe they are the Camaros. And at this point, you just got to be careful of a kickoff goal. Kickoff goals can't swing a lot of momentum here. And we got Bananas versus Maddox on the kickoff here. Not Maddox, but Max Webby here. That's going to be in favor of the orange shirts, already favoring them. But then Melts is going to take a banger back to the other side, 2-4.
And you just said to watch out for those kickoff goals and cast their curse. Cast their curse.
And like I said back when I was streaming or casting for the rival finals, I just need to be quiet sometimes. I just need to, let it just play out.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems to be a curse with you and Rival, really, because, I mean, Rival again coming out here. And for those who don't know, I've actually been able to get in touch with the Tardy Tortoises, and they will be playing the winner of this series tomorrow at the end of our stream. So unfortunately, we couldn't get Brashton to come in. I tried, but weren't able to get those. But hopefully we can see a great game out of the Tardy Tortoises and this Orange Camaros team.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be another Bane match. Is gonna corral it. He might try to go for an extra one here. Gets under one actually, so he could pop it up on another one. They're trying to pop it up and they're trying to get the last second goal, but Winners is just gonna deny it and kill it there. And that is 2-0 in favors of the Camaros for the Dev League Championship.
And we do have our Dev League champions here looking like great teamwork. You can tell they were definitely playing before, not just because they were partied up, but just because their chemistry was there. They were covering each other really well. And I mean, that was a great series for Rivals Dev League final. Do you think that we need anything else to come out of these teams?
No, like I said, it looked like they were having a lot of fun, and that's one thing that RC is about, just having a lot of fun going into it. And again, just another shout out to Blizzard for getting them this all set up, especially in a short span of time. You guys realize how short a span that BOA and Blizzard and everybody had to get this together. You guys would be amazed.
Yes, and I mean, I'm looking at everything, looking at the group chat, and they're being very wholesome in here. And I mean, it's all love when it comes down to it. Every team playing their best, keeping everything together. But do y'all think that this vet finals is going to be even better than that rivals? I mean, the gameplay should be, but we don't know.
I would hope it's better. If not, then rival tier better than that. Besides that, but no, it should be a good one, especially if you got people like Escape Plan, Leaf, and them coming in to play.
Yes, I mean, I've saw Escape Plan playing last week in the finals for Blues, and or Monday in the finals for Blues, and he looked really good. Unfortunately, they weren't able to come away with the win. He actually told me, uh, better not sell him this time because I was gonna be casting with you, Carnage, for that final, but stuff got changed around, and I had been talking to him about stuff that I needed to know for their team, and then I got changed where I wasn't in there. So he told me that I better cast him this time. So
Not gonna
hope,
lie, Adamins, that sounds like a threat, and I think that needs to be a strike. No.
yeah, but it was really funny. I mean, what do y'all think? I mean, I know that me and you play Rocket League pretty often. I've seen you on a good bit, and like, who do you think is your best player that you've casted?
The best player I think I've casted would have to be. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say is Sonder back when they played the Tortoises way early in the season because I also got scrimmed against them. And, like half the time, if you guys are in a rival chat, he always talking about he's like one of the worst players. In reality, he's probably one of the more meckier players I've ever played against outside of Hammerheads, but we don't talk about them. Nobody talks about them no more. But yes, I'll go with Sonder on this one.
Yeah, and I mean, once again, a huge shout out to our producer HUD coming in here with the replays. I'm looking at it now; it looks great, and we are working on getting the info back to our vet finals and all. And this is looking like it's going to be great. I've seen a little bit of talk going back and forth. They know their teams. They've been in games playing with each other. So I'm excited to see the teamwork coming out of these two groups.
Oh, most definitely. And like I said, if I don't see a flip reset goal or anything from that, we're just gonna again, rivals just better. Rival gets everything. We are the golden child of the RSC.
Yeah, I mean, Vet's been here pretty well. I know Escape Plans. I know him pretty well. I knew a little bit about Dr. Skim Milk. I know that he's a GM, and I've heard that he's done pretty good this season. And I mean, do you know any of the players personally?
Oh yes, I know. I played against Escape Plan. I played against Defiant Sucky. So I played against pretty much everybody except I believe that's Koval and Leave. And again, played against all of them and sadly lost to all of them. So they're better than me. I'm gonna admit defeat because they also put some clips on. I believe Escape Plan might actually have a clip that was in the season ending. They show like the bed. I believe I was in one of those. So that's not a good feeling.
That I haven't had the chance to play against anyone up there, but we're trying to get these players into the lobby now. And I mean, I know that some of the people have been wanting changes around the league. What is something that you'd like to see right in the casters area?
Casting wise, I don't know. I think ever since I've been in since season 12. Like it's been progressing as it's going. So I think just keep continuing like slowly progressing. You don't want to like overshoot it. Have a whole bunch of like mishaps and stuff. So I think as long as it's casters and producers and everything that us as a media committee like just slowly build on it. Weigh the options of what the people want versus what we can do it outside of like the resources we have and things like that. What about you, Bo?
I mean, I've been enjoying it really well. I've been pretty consistent this season, helping out, trying my best, and I know that everyone here has been really great in helping me start. Because I mean, my first cast was a couple weeks ago, ever doing it. So, and you can still tell because I'm not that good at it. But I mean, you just see great gameplay coming out from everyone. It's so fun to watch different leagues of people playing, and I've enjoyed it really well. And the community's great. I've been able to talk to a lot of the people, and they're really able to help me grow in what I do, which is great.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Shout out to Boss and like I said, Hudson and producing. He just can't talk right now, but shout out to them helping us. Like I said, for you and me are working our way with this one. But but Boa, what is the whether you played against them or casted, what is the best like name you've seen so far in RSC?
Mm. Casting wise, I would say Boss definitely. I mean, he's got a lot of experience. Hud's up there too because he's been here for so long. But I'd definitely say Boss just because he's been great. He's a media committee head. He's just been very helpful. Anytime I've had questions, I could go to him and he'd answer them.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Like I said, everybody's behind the scenes doing the best things, doing make sure everything is good. Like I said, right now the only thing we don't have is rights to pause and start games. Working on it. Don't know if we'll ever get there, but we are working on it, everybody. We're just gonna force HUD to keep posting on Twitter every day about it.
Yeah, I mean, for everyone that doesn't know that, I mean, like, the work that goes into it is more than people think about. And it's been great because we have so many people here that are willing to step up and do jobs. I mean, we have a great community.
And looking in a chat, Dylon said, "Fun fact: this is one of the two finals matches Escape Plan is playing in tonight." Let me.
Yeah,
Wait, is that?
it's in a different league, but him
Oh,
and
different.
Maxie actually have two matches going on tonight.
Oh, congrats to them.
Yeah, because that was one thing with the time, because I know some people were upset with how early it was, but that's one reason I tried to fit it into everyone's schedule. Someone couldn't get there before 8, and I mean, just trying to work around everyone's schedule. So that's great.
Oh yeah, but mm, somebody said the best name they've seen in the RSC is 1999 Toyota Camry. I remember casting that one too. I'll say for me, I think I think he moved up to vet, but Doc Me Daddy is just hilarious to say it, especially like when he scores is like Doc Me Daddy with the goal. It's like okay.
But yeah, I mean, we've had a lot of great things happening, but I did get his name wrong a while ago. It is Blister's Mouthpiece, not Hud. I keep forgetting about that because
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
the name change. Yep, don't want to strike.
And it, I mean, we also do have Tech Foreign here. He's great. He's gonna be in the finals tomorrow, and I mean, he's a great GM. I mean, it's undeniable for that. We've seen him come out there, win 4 straight finals in uh with Azathoth. And do you think that the next GM that's stepping up in his spot could take his place really well?
I think at this point in time, if you take over for Tech Four, you just as long as you don't completely self-destruct, you just think that like Adatoth is going to win another one. At this point, it almost seems inevitable. They're basically the Thanos. They're looking for another one next season, which is right around the corner, folks. So make sure you let your friends, family members, they do play Rocket League, know to sign up now because I believe we got less than a month actually before combine start. I think that we got a week. Oh my goodness. Okay, I
They
might
start on
just
the 8th.
they start on the 8th. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay. That's actually that's one of the most fastest turnarounds I've ever seen. Okay. So you guys only have 5 days to make sure everybody gets in here and gets ready.
Yeah, I mean, luckily we're testing out the stuff kind of now, but that's one thing they've been doing really well is getting those combines tested. And I mean, seeing just everything coming out. Like I said, thank Blister, because not only is he helping with the Dev League Championship stuff, but he's also helping get these combines set up, and it's looking amazing.
Looking amazing indeed. And I think we're just one player away before starting here. And you know what? I'm gonna help Tech Four here. I'm gonna help Tech Four here. Bo, who do you think is gonna win? Because that's gonna be where Tech Four needs to go.
Oh, yeah, I mean, because Tech doesn't need to make his points back, or at least winner needs to vote for him. And I mean, looking at the teams, they seem it doesn't seem like they can go one or the other way. But I will say that looking at Escape Plan's team, I mean, he got gypped in the finals for Vet. I think he's gonna bring it back here, and Sentinel is gonna win.
Yeah, that's a little bit of I wouldn't say revenge, but a little bit of a get back, getting some in there. But like I said, you know what? How about this? Whoever gets scored on a kickoff goal is going to end up losing. That's how I always see it. Kickoff goals for some reason just I don't know. I don't think it demoralizes too many people because sometimes they're up 2-0 and all of a sudden that one kickoff goal just surges a team. And like we've seen in our RLCS, we've seen in RSC multiple times across all the finals. Like one kickoff goal really just sets the tone of like, hey, we got it downloaded right now.
Yeah, and I mean, both of us know we can't just go off of that because last game we saw a kickoff goal and it just didn't work out.
Yeah, they waited a little too late. There's a time where you wait a little too late to do something. That was one of those things. But yeah, just going in it, we got the players going chatting back and forth. Kind of just chilling in the chat right now. We got a lot of other people chilling in the chat. We got dialogue from I believe that is the Wales defense chilling in there. We have a lot of people just we just here. Everybody loves to watch a little bit of Rocket League. Defiance has decided to join us, and now we're gonna get ready and get going here, Boa.
Yeah, it's finally at his own convenience. He decided to get in here, but it's looking great. We got all the teams joining, and I mean, this team is looking dangerous. If you just look at the players, Escape Plan, Leaf, and Defiance versus AK, Dr. Skimmilk, and Suckiest Sucker. Both are looking great.
Yep, and here you go. Defiant actually gets dunked straight off of his clear here. But he actually gets under one, tries to go for a second touch, doesn't get it from the Sucky. Sucky knocks it over to Leaf. Leaf is going to toss it up high. And Dr. Skillbox is going to read it pretty well. And as you can see, it's a little bit faster going straight forward. And actually, that's a miss from Defiance. Defiance gets the demo. I don't know if that was planned or Sucky just happened to land in front of him. And then Sucky spawns right in front of him. And now, like, we're just having a whole bunch of just randomness going on in the field, Boa.
Yes, and who do you think, in your opinion, is the best player on this field?
the best player on this field. You're putting me in a tough one right here. I did play, like I said, played against Defiance. I'm gonna go with Escape Plan though, because again, his name fits him perfectly. He always has an escape plan. I think he's always thinking at least 3 or 4 steps ahead. So I'm gonna go with Escape Plan. What about you?
I'm gonna have to go with him as well. I mean, he's playing in that tournament tonight with Rock, or that finals tonight with Roxy, and Roxy is a whole tier above him. So, I mean, him able to keep up with that is great, which I think he's moving up next season as well. So that's gonna be another case for why he's the best player in the lobby.
Oh, most definitely. And right there, we saw Suckers. It looked like he was trying to go pop the ball up to the ceiling and then get the ceiling reset, but good save from Leaf. Leaf also picked up 100, tries to be Suckers, does be Suckers, going all the way back down. And they're trying to be a redirect here. Defiance chips it over one, fakes an aerial on another, but then AK gets a good enough block. And they're going to try to reset here, and then Suckers gets a 50 going to the middle. Anybody going to be there? And Dr. Skinlock tries to read him. Doesn't read too well. Escape plan going up the sideroll with AK. AK just trying to bounce out, has 100 in the tank, doesn't get the touch, but does scare them away. And right now, Dr. Skin just parked right in front of the escape plan, not moving. We got a whole bunch of bumps going all over the field here. AK chips over one. Can he get past escape plan? No. Escape plan saw. Here comes Defiance to take a shot and is now denied here. And you can see that they're going for a lot of upfield redirects here, Boa. And honestly, I'm here for it because eventually we're going to get one of these to go in.
Yeah, I mean, like we said in the last game, the more shots you have, the more percentage of a chance that there is to go into the net. So you just keep putting them on the shots, you're going to eventually hit the net.
And I can't tell what car Dr. Skimilk is in, but he was driving. I thought he was backwards, but it just the distro from HUD. Like that, I don't know
That's
that car.
not the Destro, that is the Imperator.
Oh, now we have now we have a car. We have we we have the knowledge. We now know Boa has knowledge of all the cars that are in Rocket League. But AK is going to take an infield pass right to Dr. Skimilk. Almost gets pickpocketed, and AK is going to help him out and clear it all the way back down. He needs to make up for his recovery here. Defiance chips it over one. Lee tried to chip it one more time. Skate Plan cannot read the Sucker's touch. And right now, we're still at 0-0, and it's actually been a pretty back and forth game. Again, they're trying to show out all their mates, get a nice, cool goal here. Just another shot by Dr. Skimilk. Defiance is going to take it up. The touch might be a little bit too hard, and it is. AK corrals it here. But then AK blocks one going to the left. Leaf is getting bumped around. Zero boost. Now Suckius and Defiance are now bumping each other down the field. Now, right now, if they don't have the ball, they're bumping each other. If they're not bumping each other, they're actually trying to Goomba stomp each other here.
Ooh, would have been a great goal there by Lee. He tried his best to get in the angle, but he was just a little short. And we see, I mean, double commit right there by this blue team. It doesn't seem like they were able to practice much, but I could be wrong. But I mean, a very short time to get to know a person's play style, so I can't blame it on any of them at all. So hopefully we see a goal coming out soon, because this is looking like it's going to be definitely a Game 3 series.
It's like it's going to be a Game 3 series. And it looked like we might get 3 overtimes unless Defiance did not think he was going to miss that one, and he ends up tapping it to the sidewall. But yeah, it's definitely like we're going to get 3 games, possibly 4 games, if they want to go into a 5-minute, 10-minute overtime here, especially when they're playing this first game. They're all making sure they're on defense before even going to attack. And if they do attack, there's only one upfield while the other 2 is kind of booming up to them. This one might be a mistake here. There's another shot goes begging, not registered. And then there's a dunk on Dr. Skidmore. We got a double commit, but they actually get it far enough to find some. Going to try to get a redirect here. Gets a double, is going to roll all the way around, looks for the bump, doesn't get the bump. 8 seconds left if you're the blue team here. You don't want to lose anything here. It's a soft tap. Leaf is going to take a shot coming off the backboard and gets it in with 3 seconds remaining. It is now 1-0 in favor of, I believe that's the Sentinels.
Yes, that would be correct. And both teams look great. I mean, we see them coming out of there with a 3-second goal. And could we see Suckius go up? He goes up, and that ball goes into the net with a last-second goal. This is Rocket League kind of moment right there, tying it up. And, I mean, a little slip up there from the whole team. Unfortunately, Escape Plan is not able to get there. I guess he didn't have the route for that plan.
Yeah, I didn't think he had that planned out. And again, some of these players know each other. Suckies went for it. We might get a kickoff goal there. He just dunked him through. He cannot. But Suckies was going for a flip reset pass, but instead got the dunk, and now the shot goes banging off the bar. And Suckies goes swinging and misses everybody. No one jumped. And now Defiance goes swinging and misses as this butt was jumped over. And again, the vet is being a little bit more physical than a rival. Like I said, they're not on the ball. They're trying to hit each other here. Defiance missed 100. Almost gets demo for going back for it. And Leaf is going to try to poke one in again. Doesn't get it. Escape plan is going back. And Defiance misses another one. There's just a whole bunch of fakes. It's tactical fakes. They're faking each other out here. Defiance trying to bump Dr. Skidmore. Doesn't get one. It's going to be a free ball to Leaf, actually. Let's see. He doesn't have a lot of boost in the team. He's just going to try to win the 50. And it's similar to Rival, where like every time I'm on somebody, they're either using their boost to get something out of it, or they're just now picking one up. And Dr. Skindle just got yeeted, but Sucker beats one and then beats the entire team into the net. 59 seconds in, and Ecto just gets a goal in here after they went down 1-0 with only 3 seconds remaining.
I mean, that looked like a giving game to that Sentinels team, but Ecto's coming in here. They get a last-second goal, and then Sucker showing out after he gets that pass for the first goal and just scores by himself for the next one. I mean, coming out here showing, I do like his clan tag because it makes a lot of sense. But that was an impressive showing for both sides.
Oh yeah, very impressive showing. Like I said, we were seeing some of the mechanics, we were seeing some of the team plays, but Sentinels just got caught not shooting enough. They did get their goal, and then next thing you know, they give one right back up after. I don't know, like I said, maybe it was just a bad route taken because you were not expecting your other player to dunk somebody, and then somebody just being there to take a quick shot on you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think any of them. They got hit in the mouth and they didn't have a game plan after that. As one of my coaches used to tell me, everyone has a game plan until they get hit in the mouth, and that's what happened right there. That I mean, they got scored on last second, went to overtime. They weren't expecting to do that, but it's going to be a great series. I can already tell that, and let's just see how it turns out.
Let's see how it turns out indeed. And like I said, I want to see a little bit more mechanics. We saw Sucky Sucker going for the first reset. And like I said, I believe at one point Defiance was trying to go for a ceiling double tap. So like, I want to see a little bit more mechanics here. I mean, like I said, I don't think no one's playing, as aggressive, like, a little too nervous, or like I said, they're trying to actually Defiance trying to go for a musty, but that bump sent him a little bit leftwards there. Leaf tries to hit a little Danny with a little backflip and try to control it. And Leaf then just demos Dr. Skidmill after losing the ball. Then gets another 50, but he doesn't have enough momentum to keep following it. Dr. Skidmill did spawn on a great side, so he gives good touch here. And now the demo kind of putting the blue team in an awkward spot here. Suckies couldn't get to it. AK just going to corral, try to win a 50. That's going to be a ball that's going to skip straight down and actually hits the other corner and goes right back out. It's going to be a tip ball here. Defiance, that's going to be an own goal. I believe Dr. Skidmill came a little bit too wide and actually tipped it in here.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it looked like. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to stop it. He was kind of covering it, but then he messed up right there near the end. And we're seeing good offense coming out of both sides. A little scuffed defense, but hopefully we can see a change on that. Give him a going up, and Omus gets a great double tap there, and AJ's able to follow it up, and so is Suckius. Unfortunately, they all hit the backboard. And good follow there for Suckius.
Sucky is getting a dunk after getting bumped. Actually comes off the back, went to go read it and reads it correctly. Escape plan, I don't think he even saw him when that happened. So kudos to Sucky and Sucker for just pulling one right out of the hat right there.
Yeah, but I mean, you just see, and
he's gonna give it back to him.
I guess they felt
actually,
bad
that
for
was
taking
Dr.
a goal
Skip,
right there. They felt bad for taking a goal right there, so he gave it right back. But bad mess up there. Hopefully they come back from it. We saw them score on them 3 times now, so we know that they have the offensive capability. So maybe we see
there's a
maybe we
bump on
see
the
this
back end.
team change. Sorry.
Oh no, you're all good. Like I said, I think the escape plan is just reading them. Like I said, the orange team is now shooting a lot more. Actually, let me look at the stats real quick. Yes, they are on the verge. If they shoot one more, they essentially double. They're at 5 shots. They need 6 to double it. And actually, that's going to be a great dunk from Escape Plan. Escape Plan tries to tap it in. Here comes Defiance. Defiance puts it into the top corner. And now they're up 3-1 with 3:30 to go here.
I guess they heard you're doubling their shots. They wanted to add one more to it, plus a goal. I mean, they said why double when they can go for the triple because they're on route right now to get 3 shots apiece. And Escape Plan coming up the middle doesn't get the shot on goal, unfortunately. But does Defiance get another one? Nope. But I mean, they're keeping pressure coming. You see Leaf following right there. It seems like they got their rotations down pretty well. They were able to pick up on each other's after that first game, messing up and all. But their defense has been really solid this game. Although they have 1 goal against, can't complain other than that, really.
Yeah, I can't complain at all. And what they're doing, actually, AK is just going to start demoing people, and Defiance is going to get a retaliation demo. AK is going to try to chip it up in the corner, but it's going to be denied by Escape Plan. Sucky is bringing it right across the middle. Leaf tips it wide. Dr. Skinner is going to keep it in, keep the pressure. Goes for the dunk, doesn't get the dunk. AK hits the sidebar. Now it's tipped back out. Dr. Skinner needs to go back. He only has 12 in the tank, and he doesn't want to see Escape Plan do this right here. Actually, Escape Plan just ran out of boost and tried to fake him. Defiance quickly in the air, going straight for the dunk. Doesn't get one. We can see the speed starting to come out in the Sentinels right now, Boa.
Yeah, I mean, you saw Escape Plan go up for the air dribble. Then you saw Defiance catch it and go from the same exact spot. And then you saw Leaf follow it up. I mean, they're going really fast, playing that speed, and it seems like that's starting to kill this Ecto team. Hopefully they can pick it up before it's too late, because like I said last game, I mean, 1 game is all it takes for a best-of-3 series.
1 game is all it takes. Escape Plan is going searching in the net. Here comes Defiance. Defiance gets it away from him a little bit. Like he was going for the backboard and the touch was a little bit too wide. And that's one thing I'm noticing from the Sentinels is they're letting each other, go for solo plays and they kind of just pick up and read on it there versus Ecto's team plays. And it's actually proving that solo efforts are beating the team plays out here. So maybe at this point you have to start thinking Ecto changes up just a little bit, starts going for a little bit of solo plays themselves. AK gets a flick over 1. Defiance completely misses, but Leaf will cover for him. Now it's a 1-on-1. Can't Leaf get it out? Actually, AK is going to demo him, so it didn't matter there. Here comes Defiance. Defiance quickly dodges demo, has 30 in the tank, gets a flip reset, tries to use it for a dunk there, and then Skidmill comes back and just yeets one of the orange opposing players, but it doesn't matter because Leaf is going to get the goal. And honestly, if Leaf was the one that got yeeted, that's going to be something amazing. No, Leaf just quickly recovered there. And again, the speed is just coming out, constricting Ecto here.
Yeah, I mean, 4-1, that's a hard deficit to come back, especially in a minute. But, I mean, kickoff goals can do anything. And as I say that, it could go the other way for the kickoff. Sorry.
They're going for the team pinch, and team pinch goes straight into the corner, and Escape Plan is already up, but the ball is quickly knocked away. Defiance actually avoids, gets Goomba Stomp. It might be wide open here. No, Leaf is back to cover for them. Sucky picks it up quickly. He's trying to hurry up and get back to it. Does not. Another pinch from the orange team to get it all the way back down to the corner. Escape Plan missed 100, so now we got Defiance picking it up for him. AK got 100 in the tank. Escape Plan gets back in time and cuts the angle. Now Skidmill is going to give him a little floater, see if he can fake him. Fakes them both, and it's going to be rolling in there. Dr. Skidmill hit him with a floater, act like he's going to get another touch, and it throws the orange in disarray here. And Defiance actually hit a Tony Hawk off of one of the posts.
Yeah, I mean, great effort there. They're showing that they're not out of this. They still have 22 seconds, as long as they can average 11 seconds per goal, and it looks like that could be the case there. Can somebody follow it and know no one's there? But AJ's coming up, hits it high, and it's in front of the goal. And Dr. Skinmilk is able to dunk it. Oh my gosh. Hey, 11 seconds. That's perfect timing right now.
11 seconds, and can they do it again? Can they get a 0-second goal? But this time, they're working with 8 more seconds than they have, so maybe maybe the whole rushing thing's not in effect. But you do want a good kickoff here. AK's coming out. AK actually might get beat here, but actually starts giving up. Sees AK down the field, not using his boost. They're double committing into the corner. Suckies is in the other corner trying to read it. Cannot. Can it get it here? No. Sentinels is going to duck it straight down. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to game 3.
Yes, and I know StarTech has 12 points left, so that's looking great for everyone. You never want to see Tech with points because he makes dumb decisions, but uh, great play coming out of here from both teams. They look incredible. The Sentinels team's playing like I thought they would be playing in the first game, and I mean they were clicking perfectly.
Oh, most definitely. And shout out to Ecto because they were being outshot drastically. It was 7-3. And then all of a sudden they're almost tied up with them at the end. Who knows? Maybe if they got one extra shot, we'd be talking about a 4-4 right now. But everybody is 300 plus points. Everybody is getting it. We got a double cycle from Sentinel, Escape Plan and Leaf with a cycle. But Dr. Skimilk matching it with his own cycle, plus a goal and plus an extra save on the board.
Yeah, I mean I mean, both teams, like I said, they looked incredible. Ecto started picking up on them shots rather near the end, and I mean, I don't think anyone expected it to go the way it did, especially looking how hot the Ecto team came out finishing that. But it looks they look great.
Oh yeah, like I said, I think it's a battle between team play and I like to call it once play when you just try to solo everybody. So we'll see how this goes. But again, it started getting a little scrappy after the fourth goal from Sentinels because that's when Ecto started chasing them, and then Sentinels decided to retaliate the same way. And actually, he's gonna get pickpocketed there, almost paid the price. Lee's gonna shoot it all the way back down. He might get time to beat AK here, but AK's gonna go straight up and gets the bump and gets the little chip on the ball as well. Here comes Defiance. As Dr. Skimmel's gonna dunk him again. And Dr. Skimmel is just going all over the place. And I don't know what hitbox that is. But I do believe if it's any slightly of a dominance, those dunks can be very deadly. And we got a misdirection here, barely missed. Leaf actually has a lot in the tank. The touch gets a little bit too far away from him. Defiance is in that corner. Still to 100. Dr. Skimmo up. Dr. Skimmo won't get that double, but here comes AK to put it in. Actually, I think he slapped it off of an orange player that caused an own goal.
Did did it? I wasn't able to see. It
Oh, he
kind of
hit
does
it
look
into
like it.
Leaf.
That's one of the best things to happen in this game is when you see someone accidentally own goal because it sucks to see when it happens, but unfortunately we do see a goal given up early. I think that's the earliest goal we've seen throughout this series. Maybe one earlier last series or last game, but both teams still looking good. We're seeing still some of those. Actually, we see a little bit more passing coming out of this Sentinels team, but both teams looking great, like always. There, Suki is going for a demo play, and you see Defiance going up in the air. He gets number one, and he passes it off the backboard to Leaf, and AK able to land and block right there. What a great play by him.
What a great play indeed, because when AK got the save, he also hit another orange player, which threw off their third, who was actually waiting in the miss. But now we're seeing Sentinel starting to pick it up a little bit. They're going faster and faster here. And it's going to be a double commit. Blue Mike can break out if he just get a touch to it. He does, but all of the orange is back and are back as fast as possible here. Like they might not have enough boost, but they are doing a lot of speed flipping. I think I saw a small little chain dash somewhere in there. So it gets a pass over one to AK, and they're going to punish them there for leaving the middle so wide open. It's 2-0 in favor of Ecto.
Yes, and I mean, great. Like you said, the last game, both teams are looking for difference in like their play styles. You see Sentinel going for more of the solo plays, but then you see this Ecto team going for these team passes, plays, and bumps to get the playing field clear. You see, it's different. It's really different to see two different play styles clashing like this, and like I'm talking
And
about right there.
there's another team play. Like I said, Sucky has caught the ball, and that's got to be a calm because AK went straight for him back there. Now we're up 3-0, a little bit over the halfway mark, so they still got enough to get back into this. They just need to get a goal about every 55 seconds, just not to cut time a little bit here. Looks like he's going to chip it back up. AK actually might get a free shot here, can only get a tap down. That ball's on the way, and Leaf is upfield. Look for a demo, does get the demo. Is going to pay them back with a Uno reverse card here, Boa.
And I mean, could we see a playstyle change coming out of this team? You see a demo coming right there. Although I don't think he would have saved it, but still a demo nonetheless. Could we start seeing more passing plays and opening up the field for this Sentinel team?
I think we are because here comes Escape Plane. He's going to try to get a dunk here. Actually slows it down, but that's going to be on target. We got a double commit, but Defiance has enough boost to go after if he wants to. He does so, but gets beat. Escape Plane's going to corral it. AK just stole 100. Looking for demos, fishing for demos. Here comes Dr. Skimmo to get a real goal. The redirect is not there. AK is going to try to slow it down here. Gets a flip reset, but ball goes way too far for him. Leaf only sitting at 0, picks up 100, gets around 1. Escape Plan's too far back. This might be an open goal here, but no, Escape Plan barely gets to the side. Duskin was going to slow it down. Doesn't want to force a shot there. Very smart play from him because we've seen it before. You try to force a shot and they just boom it right back at you. But right here, we got Defiance trying to stay on the Sud gets right back to it. And the rotations are now starting to get in for both teams. And eventually, actually, the Leaf is going to get free here. It's just AK back there. AK is going to clear it off the sidewall. And then we got a redirect that beats Defiance. Now it's going to go all the way back down on the other side. Here comes a shot. Knocked away. Defiance just eliminated Suckies out of the midfield. But doesn't matter. Dr. Skimble is gonna be there for it. It's gonna corral it, and we can see it getting a little bit more physical up to in this game alone, Boa.
Yes, I mean, oh my gosh, what a great play there. Fortunately, not able to hit the mark, but I mean, you're seeing a wider rotational path coming out of this Sentinel team because they understand that they can't give up any more goals and they have to score. So they're trying to pass more and everything that they need to do. They understand because I mean they're at a higher level of play than some of our other tiers, but and they understand that they need to what they need to change to be able to win.
Almost definitely, but they only got 50 seconds to do so, and a goal would be such a crucial one for them. They win a lot of time on especially the way that this Ecto team has been playing. You get a goal, you might think about getting back in, and there's a dunk up into the air. Escape plans. We got a rule one, folks. I called it in the chat with them that we were going to get a rule, and we finally got one. Now we're into a little bit of twos play, and I know some of them are in the twos league. So we're going to see what they're made of. And since they have the mechanics, we're going to see what they're going to do here. Defiance gets a pop out to 1. Actually, Escape Plan is going to fake him, but Dr. Skimble just slightly gets to it. There's going to be another shot. They're going to start hammering that net. Defiance goes up, and he has a lot of boosts to work where he's going for the double tap, and he gets it. And that is the mechanics that we are looking for. And if you remember Defiance was on that rival team 2 seasons ago that just dominated. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the mechanics I was talking about that the veterans can bring out. And he got 12 seconds left here, Boa.
Yeah, I mean that looked incredible. He got over two and was able to just follow it up. Sucky is playing very smart, trying to make sure he doesn't let up any loose change go into that net, but unfortunately that's gonna hit the ground and we do have a Dev League veteran team champions right here. Ecto coming out here with Suckiest Sucker, Dr. Skim Milk, and AK putting up amazing numbers on the stat line.
Amazing indeed. And I wish we would have saw the demos for this game because I'm pretty sure every time Ector or Sentinel demoed one, somebody else went and got somebody back. Now, whether that was for vengeance or, just because that was open, but it was a fun series to watch. Like I said, we saw a lot of different play styles. We saw the demo game, we saw the pass game, we saw Defiance go to the sky and get a double tap. So we saw just about everything that we were asking for, Boa.
Yeah, and I mean, looking back at it, these teams are looking great. And I know that multiple teams have looked great this season. What is your what is your idea of the best team possible? Like, what play style do you think they should use?
For the best team possible, I always say teams that have 3 all-around players because it just makes it so much harder if they all have pretty good mechanics and then like they're pretty good game sense. And then, like I said, they don't play down. They just play fast. It's because you always get caught on that trap when you play, a not so good team. You play a little bit slower. It's one of those teams that, like, no matter how slow they play, we play fast because when you have an all around team, it just makes it just that much harder. And we saw that for most of the actually all the champions. We saw their team. Everybody shoots, everybody scored, everybody plays defense, everybody gets to save, and that's what makes a team better, especially if they click very early on. Continue that hot streak all the way through.
Yes, and
Yeah.
and we will be back with y'all in a couple minutes. We're gonna take a little break, let all the times catch up, and I hope that y'all come back and join us for the elite finals and the Master finals. Anything you left to say, Carnage?
No, like I said, I will not be here. Fiend will be joining Boa here soon once we get back to it. But stick around because again, like I said, these matches are only going to get more